All right, let's jump right into this explainer. If you're gearing up for the CSIR NET or GATE exams in life sciences for the first time, you already know the terrain is vast, and honestly, it's highly competitive. But don't stress, because today we're rolling out the ultimate survival playbook. We are breaking down the exact strategies, resources, and timelines you need to transform from an overwhelmed beginner into a strategic conqueror.
So here's our game plan for today. We're going to cover the exams and key dates, look at available preparatory courses, round up your essential study resources, figure out how to properly utilize your hand notes, decode the actual exam structures, and wrap up with some surefire strategies for success.
Section 1. The exams and key dates.
Knowing your timeline is basically step one. You've got to map out upcoming batch dates for the top institutes alongside that crucial GATE 2026 scorecard window. For instance, you have combo batches at Biotechnika kicking off around March 19th, BILAS starts things up in late June and mid-August, and IFAS is already looking ahead to June 2026 batches. By planning backward from those dates and keeping the June to December GATE scorecard windows in mind, you ensure you're never caught off guard. You need to align your personal timeline with these registration cycles right now.
Moving into Section 2. Available preparatory courses.
There's a whole lineup of highly tailored options out there waiting for you. You've got dedicated CSIR NET and GATE XL courses from places like BILS and IFAS, but then you also have these incredibly strategic combo batches at Biotechnika that actually prepare you for both exams simultaneously. Oh, and there are state-specific options too, like the RSET Life Science if you're aiming for assistant professor roles. The big takeaway? The market is packed with targeted programs, so it's just about choosing the one that perfectly aligns with your specific career target.
All right, Section 3. Essential Study Resources.
Building your personal study armory really starts with carving out a dedicated physical and digital space for all your materials. This is your very first tactical move to help structure a distraction-free daily learning environment.
You'll be working with a really solid baseline, regular live classes, plus the ultimate safety net of unlimited recordings. You'll get comprehensive ebooks and handnotes. Furthermore, having specialized previous year question, or PYQ, booklets, like the ones from Pathfinder, is just absolutely vital for targeted practice. We're even seeing platforms integrate AI-powered learning through dedicated mobile apps, so you can test your knowledge on the go. It's a seriously modernized learning ecosystem.
Which brings us to Section 4, utilizing your hand notes.
This methodology is absolutely vital for actually retaining what you learn. Step 1, literally print the official syllabus and use it strictly as a checklist. That ensures zero blind spots. Step 2, do not just passively read your hand notes. You have to actively translate them into mind maps for those complex signaling pathways and use flowcharts for things like gene expression. And step 3, honestly, this is non-negotiable, dedicate one full day a week strictly to revision. No new learning on this day. That is exactly how you build memory retention that holds up under extreme exam pressure.
Because at the end of the day, consistency beats cramming. Using a digital planner or even just a simple spreadsheet to track the topics you've covered, the PYQs you've solved, and the mock tests you've taken keeps you accountable. It helps you pinpoint your weak areas early on, way before exam day rolls around.
Now for Section 5. Decoding exam structures.
You really have to understand what you're walking into here. This is a 200-mark exam split into 3 parts over 3 intense hours. Part A focuses on general science and aptitude. Part B is your standard syllabus theory, but pay very close attention to the negative marking constraint. You're facing a 25% penalty for wrong answers, which means a 0.5-mark deduction on every 2-mark question. You've got to be incredibly strategic because wild guessing will literally sink your score.
When you break down the points, a very clear priority list emerges. Notice how Part C, which is testing your deep, analytical understanding and real-world application of scientific concepts, holds fully half the total marks. We're talking 100 out of 200 points. This means surface-level memorization just won't cut it. You have to truly understand how to apply the biology to solve complex problems.
Finally, Section 6, Strategies for Success.
A winning strategy here is all about dividing and conquering. You want to prioritize the high-weightage core conceptual units first. That's units 1 through 5 covering the heavy hitters like molecular biology, cell biology, and genetics, which usually yield 30 to 35 marks each. Then, once your core is locked in, you heavily practice the advanced application units, like units 12 and 13 dealing with applied biology and methods. Mastering those application units is precisely how you conquer that massive 100-mark Part C section.
I also really want to highlight a great insight from the source material regarding exam overlap. It reminds us that preparing for both CSIR NET and GATE simultaneously is a huge advantage, because there are major overlapping subjects. Think biochemistry, zoology, botany. Your hard work is literally pulling double duty. Prepping for one naturally sharpens your skills for the other, seriously maximizing your chances of landing a qualifying score.
So we've covered the timelines, the tools, the note-taking strategies, and the structure of the beast itself. The path is laid out, but the execution is entirely up to you. Since consistent daily practice is the absolute only way to survive and thrive on this exam battlefield, I'll leave you with this. Which high-weightage core unit are you going to tackle and tick off your syllabus checklist today? Get out there and start conquering.